those of you who have joined us in the Merriam Park Library, as well as those viewing the forum on SPNN Cable TV. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan volunteer organization organized at the local, state, and national level to encourage citizens to participate in government. While we as a league do study and take stands on issues, we do not endorse or support political parties or candidates. The views expressed in this forum are those of the candidates, not those of the League of Women Voters, and the sponsorship of this forum is not an endorsement by the League of any candidate. All candidates who filed for office for the Minnesota House District 64A and 64B and 65A and 65B were invited to participate tonight. Unfortunately, only one of the candidates for Minnesota House District 64A responded, so by league rules, a single candidate is unable to participate this evening. So we encourage those of you who live in Minnesota House District 64A to contact those candidates directly. We encourage our members as individuals, as we encourage each of you to get involved in your community and the political party of your choice. It is our purpose in sponsoring candidate forums such as this to provide you an opportunity to hear the candidates face to face, discuss issues that are important to you. There is never enough time to cover all the issues that come up in a setting such as this. And if your questions are not addressed, we encourage you to, again, contact the candidates directly. I want to remind the candidates that the forum will be broadcast in its entirety, and it will be aired and rebroadcast in its entirety. And please check the cable company, the SPNN Channel 35, for additional airing times. The agenda tonight will be as follows. Each candidate will be given 2 minutes for an opening statement. The candidates will be then asked to respond to written questions, 1 minute per response. Our timer, sitting right here in the front, will hold up a sign when you have to say 30 seconds, and then when you must stop. And the red stop means you can finish your sentence, obviously, but then we will ask you to stop. And I will try to enforce this rule because it gives every candidate the same amount of time, and I am a mother, so I can enforce rules. And we will also do a 1 minute rebuttal. I like to call them a follow-up, and so you'll have a chance to respond to things that might have come up when other people have answered questions if something occurs to you. We're going to rotate the response order. So the opening statements will start with Andrew Smith here to my left, your right, and then we will go all the way down in line with each question rotating down the line. And then when we reach the end, we're going to switch the orders and go the other way. And this way, you don't always have to follow the same candidate through the whole forum, which candidates really like, and I like it too because it makes everybody happy. So, and then at the end, we will have again 2 minutes for our closing statements. So, I would like to now introduce you to the candidates. For Minnesota House District 64B, we have Michael Paymar and Andrew Smith. For Minnesota House District 65A, we have Paul Holmgren and Rena Moran. And for Minnesota House District 65B, we have Jamie Delton and Carlos Mariani. I would like to remind you, the candidates, that the answers to direct your answers to the questions and avoid personal or hostile attacks, which I know you wouldn't do because we're all grown-ups and we all love each other. And so we will go down in the order that everyone is seated. And again, we have 2 minutes each for our opening statements, and we will start with Andrew Smith.
Thank you. As she said, my name is Andrew Smith. I am running for the Minnesota State House District 64B. That includes Highland Park and Nemack Groveland. I was born and raised in the district. I've lived there pretty much all my life, except for a few years in Montana. I am the Republican-endorsed candidate. I decided to get involved this year because I keep seeing the same issues pop up again and again. I remember the elections 8 years ago. We had similar issues. We had a projected budget deficit, and which is the same thing we face this time. And I kept hearing the same solutions then as I do now. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like, but I don't think we have made any progress in long-term solutions. I think we need to work to find a sustainable way to run our government. We cannot continue to grow unsustainably. And that's kind of what I'm running on. I believe that the people of 64B are the solutions to the problems we face, and I'd like to get out of your way as much as possible and allow you guys to prosper. Thank you.
Thank you. Our second candidate in District 64B is Michael Paymore.
Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming out. And let me thank you, Linda, and the League of League of Women Voters for sponsoring this event. I currently am the incumbent in 64B in the legislature. I chair the Public Safety Finance Division in the House, which has financial oversight over the courts, the Department of Corrections, the Department of Public Safety, the Department of Human Rights, and crime victim programs. I also serve on a variety of other committees, including the Finance Committee in the House. In my other life, when I'm not a legislator, I'm a resource specialist for the Battered Women's Justice Project, which is located in Minneapolis, and we provide national and international technical assistance on ways to prevent family violence. And I've been working in that field for probably 25 years now. This is a critical election. We have very serious issues facing us. As you know, we're in the midst of a great recession. It's going to take several years probably for the country to bounce out of this. And every state in the country is facing similar problems with its budget. We have less revenue coming in, and consequently we had a huge budget deficit last year, and in fact at the beginning of the last biennium we had a budget deficit that resulted in major cuts. This year we have a $6 billion budget deficit, so it's going to take all of us together, working together with the new governor to figure out a common sense solution, the balanced approach, so that we can resolve that budget deficit but make sure that our quality of life in Minnesota is preserved, and that's why I'm running for re-election. Thank you.
Thank you. Our first candidate for Minnesota House District 65A is Michael Holmgren.
Paul Holmgren.
I'm sorry,
That's
Paul.
fine.
Apologize.
No, my name's Paul Holmgren. I running for state representative, House District 65A. I am known as a Republican, but I've found out that being a Republican isn't something that's so liked in certain places. I rather like to think of it as a common sense approach. A common sense approach that says that we need to look at what we have and look at where we're spending money and then solve based on what we can do together. For too long in the State House, the approach has been, well, my party's in power, so I'm going to work with my side of the aisle and put my ideas and my programs together, and we haven't worked across the aisle to actually make a budget work for the long term. And regardless of who's in power in the last, at least in my cognitive memory, about 20 years, that's the way it's been. Let me back up a little bit about myself. About 2 years ago, I got married to a beautiful Hmong woman. We've since had our first child, and we recently brought her 2 daughters here from Laos. And being a father of 3 is a completely new experience. So I now join the ranks of those that have to house children and raise them and keep them in school. And so life is full of new challenges, kind of like the state budget. Thank you.